سلام، خوش آمدید به پروگرام اولین ما آیا میدانید؟ Do you know؟ امید که تایمی که با ما هستین خوش بگذرد. نام میلاد عمر است و شما را معرفی میکنم به دوستان. دوستا خود معرفی کنین.
سلام بینندگان عزیز، من مایا هستم.
سلام بینندگان عزیز، نام آریان ادیش است.
سلام بینندگان عزیز، نام ارسلان ادیش است.
ما در این پروگرام به 4 لسان گپ میزنیم: فارسی، پشتو، انگلیسی و فرانسوی. Many of our Afghan friends speak Farsi or Pashto. Some of them might only understand English. In Canada, we also have an audience in Quebec where Afghan kids speak French. We want to include everyone in our show, and we will therefore speak in these 4 languages. خدا کنه که خوشتان بیاید. شما شاید سوال داشته باشین که چرا ما این پروگرام را جور کردیم. در این وقت کرونا همگی در خانه ماندن و طفلا مثل خودم خسته شدن. ما میخواستیم که یک چیز نو کنیم و دوستا شما همیشه حتما زیاد سوال داریم. طیاره چطور کیل میشه؟ موتر چطور میره؟ برق چطور کار میده؟ یگان دفعه هیچ کس نیست که جواب بده. باید خود ما جواب پیدا کنیم. ما کوشش میکنیم که در هر پروگرام درباره یک تاپیک دلچسب گپ بزنیم. آماده هستین دوستا؟ تاپیک امروز است برق. دوستا ما این تاپیک چرا چوز کردیم؟
آن est topic parce que beaucoup de personnes pensent comment est-ce qu'on utilise les téléphones, les ordinateurs, et beaucoup d'autres choses. Et aujourd'hui, on va parler de ça.
مشتاق تاپیک چوزو که بخاطر آستو غیره کشنیان تیچو که با برق کم چکرم کمیتر کار کنی چکرم گروپان کار کنی برق دی یو دیر مهم شایی دوستا لایف که دی دیر مهم شایی.
We chose this topic because everyone around the world uses electricity, and some people might not know how electricity works. So we're here to teach some kids out there how electricity is and who made it.
بله، بدون برق ما امیال امرای شما گپ زدن نمیتونستیم. برق بسیار مایل اختراع است. اما کی بود که برق کشف کرد؟ آیا شما میدانید؟
Oui, la personne qui a inventé l'électricité est Benjamin Franklin dans 1752. Benjamin Franklin était né dans janvier 17, 1706, Boston, America. Benjamin Franklin a aussi 7 autres jobs. Il était un imprimeur américain, éditrice, auteur, inventrice, scientifique, diplomate et un poète.
بعد بنجامین فرانکلین جورو کرده. بنجامین فرانکلین پیدا شد 1706 که انگلیسی 1790 که. بنجامین فرانکلین پیدا که برق جون 10 1752 اها یو امریکایی و یو دیر یو good scientist too.
Electricity was officially discovered by Benjamin Franklin in the year 1752. Benjamin Franklin was born on January 17, 1706 in Boston, United States.
بله دوستا، برق بنجامین فرانکلین کشف کرد در سال 1752. بنجامین فرانکلین تولد شد در 1706 و مرد در 1790. مستر فرانکلین یک ساینتیست بود و میخواست مشهور شود. اما پیش از بنجامین در ancient Egypt و ancient Greece مردم درباره برق کم معلومات داشتند. برق در طبیعت پیدا میشد، مثلا در الماسک و دمایی برقی. یک روز بنجامین بودی پرانه در وقت الماسک بالا کرد، بله گودی پرانه. در گودی پران خود یک کیدی آینی بند کرده بود. وقت گودی پران در آسمان بالا کرد، الماسک شد و برق الماسک توسط سیم برقی انتقال کرد. بنجامین فرانکلین ثابت کرد که برق یک چیز اصلی است.
Un jour, Benjamin Franklin a sorti son cerf-volant dans un ouvrage. Sur la ficelle du cerf-volant, il avait une clé métal. Le fondre a frappé les clés et à ce moment-là, il a découvert ce qu'était l'électricité.
یو گودی پران یو ستورم الماسک که فلاوکی چوینی چیشی ها گودی پران تا بایا ها مثبت چارج اها ستورم الماسک. بنجامین فرانکلین وینی که ساینتیست اوکی ها اکسپریمنت باسن که بایا گارستی که اوکی ها اکسپریمنت ان پاس اوکی گرد ساینتیست.
In the year 1752, Benjamin Franklin conducted his famous kite experiment. In order to show that lightning was electricity, he tied a metal key to the kite string and flew it during a thunderstorm. He let go of the kite and it flew through the sky, which then the kite was struck by lightning, and lightning was considered electricity.
Friends, if you have any questions about electricity or about our show, please give us a call. رفیقا، من یک سوال دیگر دارم. امی برق چی است؟
L'électricité est l'énergie. L'énergie électrique est causée par des électrons, des particules dans les atomes. Se déplacer pour produire un courant. Ça, c'est l'électricité.
برق دیر مهم انرژی دی یا مثبت و منفی چارج داری یا مثلی الماسک دی که نچرلی یا وری منفی چارج داری و یا وری مثبت. برق جنرally also رازی برق دی الکترون و نوترون حرکت جو کیجی.
Electricity is made up of atoms. The center of an atom is called a nucleus. The nucleus contains positively charged particles called protons and uncharged particles called neutrons. The nucleus of an atom is surrounded by negatively charged particles called electrons. When electrons exit an atom, the source of electricity is made.
برق طور میشه که الکترون از اتم میباید. من یگان دفعه چود میباید. اگر برق نمی داشتیم زندگی ما چی رقمی بود؟
Si nous n'avons pas l'électricité, nous ne pourrions pas utiliser nos téléphones, les ordinateurs, les télévisions, les voitures électriques et bien plus encore. Si nous n'avons pas l'électricité à ce moment, je ne pourrais pas faire ce programme et être sur Zoom maintenant.
اگر برق ندارو کمیتر کار نکوی ده زوم میدین که رایت نویو کار نکوی گروپان کار نکوی پاک و بر اگر تب سر نارزی احوان گرد شایان الکتریسیتی کار داری اگر شایان کار نکوی اگر الکتریسیتی رو نسی.
Electricity is important to us in many ways, but what would the world be like without electricity? Without electricity, there wouldn't be some things such as phones, laptops, electric cars, lights, ovens, and we wouldn't even be in this Zoom meeting right now.
بله دوستان، راست میگیم. ما هر روز برق استفاده میکنیم. برق از یک پاور پلنت توسط سیم به خانه ما وصل شده و ما برق را برای همه چیز کار داریم. مثلا برای چراغ، برای تلویزیون، برای کامپیوتر، تلفن، برای یخچال و داش که نان پخته کنیم شما میدانید که برق را میتونیم توسط بطری سیو کنیم. در بطری کمیکل است که برق را استور میکند. و دوستان بازم اگر یک سوال داریم please give us a call.
Batteries have stored electricity. Batteries have chemicals in them which store the electricity, and when you use
یک سوال یک کسی داره. Go ahead. Say your question.
What's the good thing about electricity and what's the bad thing about electricity?
شنیدین؟
Ali, that is a very good question. Thank you so much for calling. The negative side of having electricity is that really, I'm not really sure, but Milad, can you answer that?
Sure. And the negative thing about electricity is that your eyes can be weak and you can get very lousy and tired. And also, your bill for electricity can come high. A positive thing about electricity is that now because of Corona, we mostly always have to use electronics to do work. So yeah. Arsalan, do you have an answer?
yes, electricity helps us in many ways, which is positive. But when you use electricity too much, your electricity bill comes too high, just as Milad said.
Mom, I also have an answer. The negative thing about electricity is when you use it too much, your eyes get damaged, your eyes can get damaged. But the positive thing about it is that you get clean water running out of the taps, you get light, you get all of these electronic things. Those are all electricity, basically.
I also have something to add if you don't mind. The positive side of electricity is that we use electricity every day, like Milad said, because since Corona is happening right now, we do a lot of online school, which we have a lot of work sent in from our computers and phones, which we also use computers and phones a lot. And also, the negative thing is that, like the electricity of your computer or phone or TV, it damages your eyes a lot. And it damages them so much that maybe you could even get glasses like me. And Aryan.
Okay. Done.
دوستان این آخر برنامه ما است. تشکر که با ما بودیم. خدا کند که پروگرام امروز خوشتان آمده باشد. تا برنامه دیگه ما از شما خداحافظی میکنیم. لطفاً برای ما نظر بدین در یوتیوب یا فیسبوک که تاپیک برنامه آینده ما چی باشد. خداحافظ.
خداحافظ. دوستا.
Bye. If you have any questions, call us. And remember.
Also, if you have an idea for what we should do in our next live show, leave a comment on Facebook or YouTube and maybe we'll choose your idea for our next show.
Okay, we have another question coming.
یک دیگه question است. Go ahead, speak your question.
سلام همگی، پروگرامتان چقدر پروگرام خوبش، اولادای من بسیار خوش کردن، امیال سهیل دارن، شرمیده بودن، نمیخواستن برسان زنگ بزنن، گفتن من ازیتان سوال کنم. they want to know, like, electricity is energy. We use it so much. Like all the examples that you guys gave, we use electricity for constantly for everything. But where does all that energy come from?
That is a very good question. Thank you so much for calling. We could get electricity by a lot of sources, but you could also get them by one way that I can tell you. You could also get solar panels attached to your roof, and some people use those. And the sunshine coming from the sun hits the sun rays, and it also gives you electricity.
Another way we get electricity is that whenever we have dams, and then in the dams, when water pushes generators, and that creates electricity for our light, electronics, and all of the...
There's another call. Sorry to interrupt. Bale?
بله اطفال نازنین من بسیار زیاد خوش هستم برنامه کنید دیدم بسیار واقعا به شما افتخار است که بسیار مقبول برنامه پیش میبرین موفق باشین و ما به نمایندگی از شبکه احساس در شما تبریکی میگم.
تشکر بسیار زیاد.
بسیار افتخار است.
تشکر
بسیار زیاد. تشکر که برنامه ما رو دیدین. و مایا جان شما میخواین چیزی بگوید؟
یک دیگه زنگ آمده باش که سوری دیگه کتا شد تو زنگ. چی میگفتین میلاد جان؟
من میگفتم اگه مایا جان نظر داره بر اون کالر.
باش یک کسی زنگ زد. بله گوش میکنم.
بله سلام علیکم. خوب هستین؟
خوب هستیم.
بسیار پروگرام مقبول، در پروگرام خوب. تشکر که شما قدر زحمت میکشین. یک نام خدا با استعداد هستین. ماشاءالله بچه‌هاتون بسیار پروگرام خوب دارین.
تشکر.
من یک سوال داشتم. دختره که فرنچ گپ میزنه، فرانسوی گپ میزنه، بسیار نام خدا مقبول گپ میزنه، همینطور مقبول گپ میزنین. یعنی برق یک سوال داشتم که برق که مثلا نباشه ما چی قدم میزنیم؟ بدون برق آدم چی قدم میزنه مثلا؟
That was a very good question, تشکر. See, برق نداشتیم زیاد چیز میتونیم بکنیم. میتونیم بریم بیرون. یک چیز خوب نیست سی برق نداشتیم. چراغ نبود. نمیتونیم we don't have light, electricity. نمیتونیم کار بکنیم سر تلفن، سر کامپیوتر. زیاد چیز میتونیم بکنیم سی برق نداریم. میلاد دونه حتما؟
Right. My mom is Nazer. So if we didn't have electricity, then really if Corona had come, then it would have maybe took longer for us to make the vaccine, and we couldn't really talk to each other, so we couldn't have education. And yeah, that's Aryan, Arsalan John, do you have an answer?
Yes, I do. If we didn't have electricity, we wouldn't be able to cook things easily.
تشکر بسیار زیاد.
خداحافظ.
And again, everyone, if you have questions for us, please call us.
Just call us.
Okay, so back to where electricity comes from. So electricity actually comes from your local power plant and comes through these wires which then comes to our home and through our power outlet, which then we use to charge our phone or use our microwaves or ovens, our lights, everything.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And I have something to add to the question that said, what can we do if we didn't have electricity? Well, not all cars are made out of electricity. Only some cars are. So you can still drive the gasoline cars and go different places too. But many stuff still won't work.
Yes, Aryan and John, I have something to add. So yes, you can use, so there will only be use of cars that are gas. That will ruin the environment and the air will get polluted, so it will get harder for us to breathe and there will be global warming.
Yeah.
Another thing is, in most factories to make things, there are machines that run on electricity. So if we haven't had electricity, then it would be hard to make things. And there wouldn't be printers, so people would have to handwrite things.
You are absolutely right.
I have something to add to Milad, to the same question. Very true that just like Aryan said, we could still go places in a lot, and we could go to different countries, maybe not different countries, but different cities. But also one thing, we didn't have electricity. I wouldn't even be on Zoom right now and doing this program.
Yes. I also want to say.
That's correct. Oh, yeah. 1 second. Another call.
Hi. I actually have a question for you guys. I wanted to ask, am I on live TV right now?
Yes, you are on live TV.
Okay, so I wanted to ask, since you guys know so much about electricity and you guys have careers ahead of you, do any one of you want to pursue a career in electricity or anything related to that?
Thank you so much for calling. It's a very good question. For me, I wouldn't really go to a career with electricity. I am not really into that type of stuff, but maybe you or Salon or Aryan are interested. You guys can go ahead.
Well, no, not really. I'm not interested in Maya had careers in it. You see?
I might be interested. I might become a doctor, or I might become a software engineer. A software engineer is basically where people who code apps, who code laptops and electronics.
Okay.
Yeah. I also want to be an engineer that works with mechanics and other stuff like cars and computers. I want to invent all types of those stuff.
All right, thank you very much. I really love you guys' show. I can't wait for your next week's show. Thank you guys. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
If you have any questions, please call us. Don't be shy. Any one of your questions.
And also, just to add again, if you have an idea for what we should do in our next live show, please leave a comment on Facebook or on YouTube if you're watching this, wherever you're watching this, leave a comment. And maybe one of us will probably choose one of your ideas.
Yes. Okay. So another way electricity is used is stored electricity. And stored electricity works like another stored electricity is known as batteries. And how is there electricity in batteries? In a battery, there's different metals which, when touching, create a chemical reaction which creates electricity.
And guys, again, please call us if you have any questions. Don't be shy.
Okay, so let's see. So as I was saying, electricity does come from power plants, but we also get electricity from hydro energy. When water is falling, it goes through a turbine, and that turbine spins. The turbine spins, which then makes the generator work, and that's how we get electricity.
Another way we get electricity is there's these things called ethanol plants. In there, they take grains like bread, grains, wheat.
Another call.
Yep, so I'll just continue listening. So like wheat, and then they keep it.
Speak your question.
And that they burn it and create electricity.
Speak your question. Hello?
Hello?
Speak your question.
Yes, I have a question about tablets.
Okay, speak it. You're live.
Oh, I'm live?
Yeah, live.
Okay, so my first question is about why do tablets use electricity?
Okay, so
Yeah.
did you hear that?
Sorry. Aryan, can you please repeat the question? I couldn't hear properly.
He said, why do tablets use electricity?
That is a very good question. I am not very sure about. Milad, do you know the answer?
Yeah, so tablets need electricity because to make something like a tablet, you need to do coding, and coding includes electricity
That
to go
is
on
right.
the software.
That is right what Milad said. So I
And
hope
for your
that answered
tablet-
your question.
And for your tablet to get electricity, you charge it, which we already said, the different ways to get electricity. Then that electricity goes to a power plant. In that power plant, it comes to our houses, in our sockets, and we can charge these.
Okay. That is correct.
So much for calling.
There we go.
Continue what you were saying.
Okay.
Once again, guys, please call us if you have any questions.
Yeah.
And also, if you have any...
As Milad was saying, Milad, would you
Another question. Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Speak your question.
Hello, my question is, how do you think quarantine affected the technology use of the children using technology?
Did you hear that?
Yep, that's a very good...
Oh, sorry, I'm not sure if it's me. I couldn't hear that.
Okay, can you repeat that question, please?
Sure. How do you think quarantine affected the use of child technology?
How do you think quarantine affected the use of child technology?
The use of technology.
The use of technology, yes.
That's a very good question. Thank you so much for calling. I think that it really affected technology because since the quarantine happened, we couldn't really go to school, we couldn't go to work. And so I think that most people were just working online, and that probably, I think we use it too much or something like that. But I'm not completely sure. Anybody want to answer that too?
Well, I'm not sure how quarantine affected technology. Well, it didn't really affect it, but it did, we used technology a lot in quarantine because,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much for calling. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for calling.
Okay.
Okay. So as Milad was saying, Milad.
Oh, I was just saying that tablets, they just need charge. So for the other person who asked about tablets.
Wow.
Yeah.
Electricity comes in a different way. They also come from these big turbines that use wind to spin, and then which then powers a generator, like how hydro energy is made.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, another question has came. سوالتان بگوین.
So like you guys were saying,
Okay, that wasn't a question.
oh, okay.
Okay, hi. خداحافظ کلگی.
Thank you for calling so much.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for calling. I look all you guys' questions.
Thank you for calling. Yes, thank you. Amazing questions. Amazing questions.
Don't forget to watch the next Barnama.
Yes.
It's on Friday, 7. It's on Friday next. No, the next.
Next
Oh,
Friday.
another question. Another.
Let's answer this last question and then we'll leave.
Okay, another question. Oh, sorry, that was not. I'm sorry. That
Okay.
was not.
So again, please, in the comment of YouTube or Facebook, don't forget to write what you want the next Barnama to be, and then everyone can vote on which one they like the most, and that's what the next Barnama will be.
And remember, the next Barnama is not going to be next week, but the week after next week, Friday.
2 weeks to get to see us again on the show.
Tuesday, as once again, the week after this week, Tuesday, is going to be the interview for the second Barnama.
And we'll see.
I hope you enjoyed our first Barnama.
Also,
See you in the next one.
If you do have an idea for what you do in our next show, like Milad said, and like before, leave a comment on Facebook and YouTube, and maybe we'll choose yours for our next show.
Yes, that's
So
true.
you can have a part in our show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Own idea.
Okay. Bye. Khudafiz.
Bye.
Khudafis.
Khudafis.
Amazing questions. Amazing questions.
Bye. Au revoir.
Au revoir.